Sakafet YouTube and welcome back to my channel. Let us make some fish stew. My darlings, it's so nice to have you back here in my kitchen for yet another amazing recipe. Guys, this recipe is something so close to my heart. I remember being pregnant and I just wanted to have fish stew. I had never eaten it before. I had never made it before. I had seen it many times though. And I thought, you know what, I can make this. So here it goes. I've got my sea bass, cleaned it off with some lemon juice and vinegar and drained it. And now I'm just using some paper towels just to pat it dry to get rid of any excess moisture. As you know, the moisture makes the fish fall apart when it's cooking. So I've now gone ahead and seasoned with a little bit of salt, some garlic powder. I'm also going in with my favorite spice Jamaica Reggae blend, all-purpose seasoning, and I'm going to add a generous amount of that. If you don't have that, feel free to add some all-purpose seasoning of choice or some fish seasoning. Also went in with some paprika, and then I'm just going to go ahead and rub that in well. Be very careful as fish is something that can sometimes hurt you. I've run out of gloves, so I'm using my bare hands today. Make sure your hands are clean. As you know, we wash our hands as we go along. So now that it's nicely seasoned, as you can see, it looks so good. As you noticed, my fish had no heads on. So for the heads, instead of discarding it, I went ahead with 1 cube of my homemade green seasoning that's frozen. I added some all-purpose seasoning and about a cup of water. And I'm gonna let that cook for about 20 minutes to make a fish stock. So over here, I've got my ingredients that I'm gonna blend. Got my ginger, garlic, tomato, onion, all that good stuff. Then I'm gonna go ahead and blend that up with about a 1/4 cup of water. I don't want to add too much water in it. And guys, this is how the blend looks, so fresh. Okay, so now that my fish had been sitting for about a 5-10 minutes, I'm now gonna go ahead and fry it up. Put your heat on sort of like a medium-high heat, and then you want to go ahead and fry the pieces. I've got about 8 pieces in total, so I'm gonna go ahead and fry it in 2 batches, giving it about 3 to 4 minutes on both sides. And yes, my darlings, this is how you get perfect fish. It doesn't fall apart, it looks so good. And yes, once it's been about 4 minutes, I'm gonna flip it over. As you can see, my fish is intact, it's not falling apart, and definitely the fact that we went ahead and dabbed it with the paper towel, that helped to keep it intact as well. Also gonna go ahead and fry both sets, and once it's all done, I'll come back and show you how amazing my fish looks. So now that all my fish is fried, it looks something like this. As you can see, my oil is still nice and clean, so I went ahead and I added in my blended mix to the oil. If you want, you can go ahead and add some more oil or some fresh oil in this. I'm very mindful about the amount of oil I'm using today, so I didn't really want to add any more. And I also wanted that little fish flavor from the oil, hence the reason why I used it. But technically, I'd discard it if it was for maybe cooking chicken or something else, okay? So now I'm gonna leave the lid halfway on, stirring occasionally. You will know your sauce is ready when it's not so runny, and also when the oil settles on top. So just go ahead, and this takes about 20 to 30 minutes, okay? This is what it looks like. As you can see, the blended mix has really reduced a bit and it's looking so good. So now you want to go ahead and season it using your favorite seasonings. I personally like to use the same seasonings that I seasoned my fish with, and this was pretty much a little bit of salt. I added some all-purpose seasoning, some thyme, and then I added in some curry powder as well, just for some flavor. And then I'm gonna just mix that in well. Also got my fish stock on the side. It's been waiting, ready to go into this delicious sauce. So go ahead and add in your fish stock, and then we're gonna let it cook down for another 2 minutes or so, okay? Once the 2 minutes was up, I went back in with my fish pieces, being mindful not to stir it around and play with it too much, because fish is something that's fragile, and even though it's held up really well, you don't want to start messing around with it too much because it will break, okay? I'm gonna cover it up and let it cook in the sauce for no more than 5 minutes, and after that you can go ahead and scoop some of the sauce onto it. But oh my goodness guys, this looks so good. Now if you check, you will see that it doesn't have that much oil on top. If you want, you can always just remove some, but to be honest, I feel like this was perfect for me. But you can always do it according to your preference, okay? I'm gonna give you a close-up because oh my gosh guys, this looks so good. Got my rice steaming on the side and some cabbage steaming as well. This is how I'm gonna enjoy it. Once it was cooked, I went ahead and I plated it up, and oh my gosh guys, this was dinner served in no time at all. I really hope you enjoy the recipe. Please try it soon. Let me know what you think about it. To my Nigerians that are following me and watching, please let me know if I did a good job or not, because you know I really love when I try different cultural foods, and I hope I did it justice. Thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to see you in my next one.